There's our mic. First day, right? Alright, let's get things started. Welcome in, guys. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, let's get things readjusted here. Some things are out of place. The camera's too low. There we go. Hey, guys, welcome in. Let's see. Let's move this over here. Let's hop over here. Get our music started. Oh my gosh, it's gonna keep playing the same songs. Maybe. Alright, we'll start there. Let's turn down the volume in my headset. This is our first time streaming, guys. Welcome in. Let's feed Snowball over on Twitch. Make sure that's working. Yep, that's working. What the heck, TikTok? Alright, let's get started. So, if you guys didn't read the title, we're doing a start from zero. So, right now we have pretty much no equipment. We're just scraping by, guys. But I need to get on here and do some work. Let's see. I need to move this around. I can't see. I can't see all my stuff. There we go. Now I can see that stuffs. So, this is a Forestry Challenge map, and we've already started doing some work off screen. You see we're up to about $10,000. Cut down a couple trees. This is on my server, so I will be opening it up for people that want to get on and play with me, so keep that in mind if you're watching. Let's get started though. Let's get over here. Let's get some let's get a chainsaw. Let's get started, guys. Of course, we're going to take the Husqvarna. Let's get some trees cut. Let's get started. Today we are working towards, I think, the mod I have picked out. Unless it's on discount, which I doubt. No, it's never. What you want is never on. We're saving up for a Bobcat. So we're going to need $25,000. So we need to make $15,000. What the heck, TikTok? Why are you being so janky today? Eh. So, anyways, TikTok's being weird. I've never had it try to throttle my stuff before. So anyways, we're going to save up for a Bobcat, so we need 25K for that, and then we will also need to save up for a brush and log fork, so that's another 2,000. And then eventually, to remove stumps, we'll need to save up for this. This thing is like a little like screw that goes down and destroys stumps. I have not tried it in game, so hopefully it works. But if not, we'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be cutting down trees right now, and then we're going to be cleaning them up and going from there. So no heavy equipment operating today, guys. We may get to the point where we're doing a skid steer. That's kind of where I want to end up today. That's my goal anyways. But we'll have to kind of see where we go. I think for this we'll probably... I'm always really bad at trying to cut branches off of trees. And of course, we laid the trees on top of each other. That's great. So far, out of trees, I've been getting about $1,000. It's pretty standard for your tree. If you take, which I tried to get smart, I decided to drop a tree on the sell point, and we'll just say I only made $73 out of that tree. So there is a point to processing them. And plus, I don't have any other trees I can drop on the sell point. Alright. So right now we're just kind of taking guesses at how big of logs we can carry. It does not show how much they weigh, so that kind of sucks. But on this game, you can lift about 200 kilograms. So about average. I mean, we're just going down through here and kind of, ooh, almost made a Widowmaker. Just kind of splitting it up. And once we start getting towards the end, we're going to start doing trees that just kind of disappear. That's, where the heck did my tree go? Huh. Well, that's strange. I'm sure I can pick this log up though. Yeah, we'll just fling it. Yeah, we'll just be dropping our logs off over here. I don't know where the magic log went. I'm sure it got flung up into space. Probably something with the physics of it kind of laying over, and it probably had a little bit of springboard action still. Yeah, the bad thing about multiplayer is trees do not like to be carried. So, you'll probably see me drop a couple. Things will go a lot quicker once we have that skid steer. An actual bobcat. I remember playing console and never actually having a real bobcat to play with. And that's what I always call them, is bobcats. Let's see this tree. Oh, nope, we can pick it up. See, I'm not even running fast. I'm doing a regular walk with this one. So if I was running with these logs, we'd be dropping them a lot quicker. So for us to get to the $25,000 goal, we're going to cut down about 15 trees. I don't know what my average time per tree is. That would be a good question. I think I could probably do a tree every like 5 minutes at least. So yeah, it's definitely, when you do a start from zero, you're definitely going to be grinding in the very beginning. But the rewards of creating something from nothing, you can't beat that up. That's a good feeling. I mean, everyone likes it when they create something and they're proud of it. Try to half this last section. Alright, let's see if we can kind of pick some of these up. And then once we get our skid steer, I would say our next goal would be to get a sawmill. Because, I mean, we could do a sawmill first. A sawmill's going to be about $35,000. But the issue with buying a sawmill is you have no way to move the pallets. I mean, I could download like a pallet jack mod. But, I mean, you're not going to be moving a pallet jack on dirt. So, to keep it more realistic, we're going to go with the skid steer first. And then we'll start looking at log transport. Because, I mean, right now we're just kind of clearing around the shop area. So we're going to have to see what kind of happens here first. We may end up restarting the live over on TikTok because I think TikTok's putting me in, what's it called? Algorithm jail right now. Something about my stream they said was unoriginal or stolen content, which is weird, but we'll have to wait and kind of see what TikTok's upset about. Alright, this one's too heavy. Okay, so here's 2 trees in. 1,700, so just a little shy of that, what's the word? $1,000 a log, so. Let's see, let's go over here. We'll cut down these 2 trees and we'll kind of actually drop them towards the sell point, but we're not going to sell them. We're going to chop them up first. I want to drop that one on my tent. Oh man, that's close. Let's drop this one too. I was watching a logging contest. It was real life loggers. They was to drop, was it a 45 feet or a 50-foot tall tree, and out there on the end you'd have to hit like a can of pop or something. It was crazy. Why are you moving? Okay. So we'll come down through here and clear this tree. I feel like in 25 they kind of made it a little bit harder to clean up the branches on trees. I don't remember having this much issues on 22, but yeah, I played 22 on console, so. And good news for all you console players is, especially Xbox, Farm Sim is coming to Game Pass, I think, this month. That's how I started to get into the game. Hopefully the chainsaw's not too loud for all of you guys. Uh-oh. Hit the Windows button. Alright. That's definitely too big. That one's probably too big too. Like back in the day when I used to do this, I would track my coordinates on the map, so then I knew exactly how long stupid TikTok pop-up to make sure all my logs are 6 meters. I mean, right now, we can't do 6 meter logs because we won't be able to carry them. But 2, yeah, like I said, we just can't carry them right now. So we're just trying to make money as quick as we can to start to get to some of our equipment. Sorry about that. Settling conflicts with the kiddos. I got two kids fighting over the TV in the living room. Uh, my daughter's actually been hanging out in our garage all day with four kittens that we picked up yesterday when we was dropping off recycling. We became victims of the cat distribution system. Last time. One more time. Alright, we're gonna make these a little bit bigger. This one we could probably split. There we go. The end of the trees are always extremely light. I mean, you're getting to the thin spot. And the thing is, the best price log is a 6-meter log. I don't care if you want to argue with me all day. 6 meters is the best. But like I said, until we get that skid steer, we're not going to be able to do 6 meters. So we're just kind of biggest that we can handle and going from there. Which is about 2 meters. When you get towards the end of the tree, towards the base, you're talking like 1-meter logs. There we go. There's that. Alright. See if we can get... Yep, we got this one. That's a big one. Your audio is echoing, Stony? Welcome in on TikTok, by the way. Let's see what I can figure out. It should only be pulling from OBS, so let's go over here. Let's see here. Audio mixer. Well, I don't see where it should be echoing. Is it still doing it, Sony? Let's see. I should be pulling from there. I think I know why. Let's do... What about now? Did that help any? I muted my mic, so hopefully that helps, Stony. Because I'm thinking maybe my mic was picking up. I bet that's why. I also have my speaker on. Now you might not be able to hear me at all. Let's turn this back on. I think that should have fixed it, Stony. We'll have to wait and see. But I think I forgot to turn my computer speaker off. So, I think with the computer speaker on, it's probably double picking things up from the computer. Sounds it? How's Stoney doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day, Stoney. I haven't been online in weeks. Like, it's been killing me, man. It's nice to get on here and get some things done. All I've been doing is hopping on and doing little minor clips here and there, but it's nice to actually be on and playing. That's probably why I was getting flagged on TikTok also, was because it was picking up the audio and the mic audio twice. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, let's move TikTok down so I can actually see some things. Dun, 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 dun. So old. How's your Monday, Stoney? You out working today? Wanna go? How much you wanna miss? Figured I'd hop on here real quick and get a stream in. I gotta take my daughter to tumbling tonight. We've got people hopefully coming to get some kittens today. Sony, you want a kitten? I'll give you a kitten. Alright, there is a mess of 3 trees on the sale point, guys. Let's hope we made some money. Almost 3. Okay, so we're always going to be a little bit shy. But that's getting us closer to our goal. We need about $10,000 more to get that skid steer. That is, unless one of the in-game ones are cheaper. I never looked at the in-game ones. So, skid steer, no. In game, you're going to be starting out at 35,000. And this Bobcat's a lot heavier. And it's got a lot more horsepower too. So, all right. So we need 10 more trees, guys. Let's just continue clearing around the edge here. Keep them close to the sell points, and then we're not like breaking bank trying to carry this stuff. I mean, I tried to find like some hand options for the logs. I have a wheelbarrow and a hand cart. Those did not turn out very well, so that's why we're just carrying them by hand. It's quicker that way. With the wheelbarrow, I could put 2 logs in it, and then it'd start falling over, which isn't very good. So, and then with the hand cart could only hold like 1 log, so that was almost pretty much worse. Timber. See if we do a better job of de-limbing this tree. I think we are. I think we're actually hitting both trees. Oh, that worked out great. Perfect. You know what? Let's just go ahead and drop another tree while we're sitting here. Doop. Oops. Seems so weird playing with a keyboard. I'm so used to, if I'm doing a lot of player stuff, using a controller, but I ran out of USB ports. I need to save my money and get a USB splitter. Because the freaking between the joysticks, the steering wheel, the mouse, the speakers, and who knows what else I got going on. I just don't have enough USB ports. So I'm wondering if I get a splitter and I put it through the red one, if I could hook up the two joysticks and the steering wheel, if that would be too much and overwhelm it. Because I'd like to be able to unhook it when I'm not playing, so then like the wife and kids don't have to worry about when they turn the computer on it going all cray cray, recentering the steering wheel. Okay, let's move this tree out of the way. Oh wow, look. Drop. Already there. And I think on this map, I don't see no repair point here at this shop area. So that'll be something else when we buy our equipment. We're going to have to start thinking about how are we going to repair our equipment? Where are we going to get gas at? I don't see no gas points either. I mean, I guess that could be the repair shop, but there's no gas tank. I mean, the shop came with that tent, but eventually I want to upgrade and build like a cabin or something. I haven't looked into the buildables, but I want something rustic, and not like Silver Run rustic where it's an old camper, but who knows, maybe we'll get a camper. And these are 4 trees, so this should get me right just shy of 20,000 once we get them all moved. The goal is 1 hour in, I want to have a skid steer. Bad news is, once I have my skid steer, I still won't be able to afford an attachment for it. So then that'll be the next thing we have to look at. I thought I was getting ready to drop it. Alright, there's one more tree done. Let's start making these ones a little bit bigger. Keep saying that, but then we keep doing the same size. Alright, close enough. Where's my sell point? We also don't want to cover up the sell point, because then I can't sell my logs. I was watching a guy the other day, and he couldn't get to, he dropped, or got his trailer here, and he just couldn't reach the point to sell them, so then he had to get out, move his trailer, and half his logs wasn't in the sell point. And we're not going to run into those problems right now, but future reference on here, something we're going to have to keep an eye on. This movement of the freaking keyboard to move around. Yeah. Stupid TikTok. You know, we're going to head and end our stream on TikTok then. Ending. Because some reason it got locked. Let's try to go live again to see if I get flagged. Start from 0. Let's try refreshing TikTok to see if that helps. We'll see if we get yelled at or not. So I've never had an issue before. The only thing I can guess is maybe TikTok's not liking music. The thing is, I have to have music while I'm playing. If not, I go crazy. Let's go this way. That's what this is. 2 trees. No, this is, I think, tree 3? Doesn't seem like a lot of wood. One of those trees must have been small. I'm kind of curious if this map's got any other trees, because right now all we're seeing is these Scotch pines. My favorite tree is the lodgepole pine. So we'll wait and see kind of what happens there. Right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and sell these. Yep, almost 3,000 exactly. That's pretty good. That means we're getting a little bit better at our cuts. Like I said, the bigger you can make them, the better you can do. And closer to 6 meters. 6 meters is king. That's what Dave Ramsey would say. No, he says cash is king. But bigger I can make them, the better we'll do. So that's what I'm going to try to do with these. How big's this last log? 11, so we'll try to split it. It's close. Come on. You lifted it for a second. It's just really long. It's funny, you actually carry the logs better walking backwards. So we'll probably cut down a couple of these trees right here, because then we can actually drop those towards the sell point. Because that's kind of what our goal right now is to save time. We need to, transporting is what's going to take the longest right now. And I mean, we're in a good area. There's a lot of flat ground around here, so I'd say we just kind of go from there and clean things up around the edges. So I mean, we could build productions, farms, put fields in. I don't know if they said this map was precision farming ready or not. I hope it is. The nice thing is it's got the fog and everything else. Um, that's my only complaint. FDR is my favorite modder, but man, I just wish he would turn on some of his Giants features, like precision and all that, because that's what I like to do. I like to go in, find me some woods, cut it down, and go from there. I may end up having to go get my Xbox controller. This is really cramping my hands. And then once we get the skid steer, we're going to have to probably program some of my controls, because I don't think I got anything really set up to run a skid steer. So uh, we're going to experiment. We're going to use a mixture of the joystick along with the steering wheel. Alright, how close are we? Nice. Oh, nice. $1,000 that time. Like I said, we are getting better. So, ideally, we should need 5 logs. So let's drop these logs through here. 1. I mean, we're going on 43 minutes, so are we going to make my goal? I said we'd have a skid steer by an hour in. Let's go ahead. Drop this log. We'll drop it at an angle. If I don't have carpal tunnel, I'm going to have carpal tunnel by the time that I'm done playing. Because my freaking hand is killing me, guys. I wish I was just using a controller. Alright, let's go. Oh no, I dropped the log over the others. It's not what I wanted to do. Now I gotta figure out what. Let's see here, let's do this. I need to get it orange so it doesn't keep cutting. Now I gotta hold the control button while trying to do this. Oh wait, now we've got this tree in the way, so let's go around it. Hopefully this noise isn't too loud for you guys. I got my headset volume turned down just because the music was super loud. But if the chainsaw noise is driving you guys nuts, just let me know. We'll figure something out. And I guess we'll go this way. And we'll come around. I don't think we need to trim these really. We need to get this one though. Alright, there's 3 more trees ready to go. This will probably get us really close to our goal. That's the plan. Cutting these at about 3 meters in length. Let's see if we can pick some of these up. There we go. Yeah, let's start moving these over here. Like I said, the bigger we can leave these logs, the better. We could build a cabin out of these. Put a sleep trigger in them. I'm kidding, we're not going to build a cabin. That'd be pretty cool, though. Where am I going? We're coming this way. Let's do some cutting down here. Try to clean everything up all together in nice, even bunches. Get these about 1 to 2 meters. I mean, things will get a lot better once we have that skid steer. I mean, I appreciate all you guys hanging out early on. I know it's a grind. Some people don't like watching a grind. I love a good grind, though. That's why I like Farm Sim. Unless you're getting like crazy with your equipment, it's a real grind. But yeah, that'll be next step will be us getting a log transport method figured out. And I was thinking of getting like a John Deere Gator with a custom built logging trailer is what I got picked out. I think the logging trailer is 2,000 maybe. We could always get a ball hitch for the skid steer and use that. I mean, that would always work too. We might be adding a lot of mods to the game today. How are we doing on time? We got 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes to hit my goal. How big's this last log? We might just half it. It's 13. I bet we could half it and do it. Oops. Oh, yeah. Not a lot of wood in there, so if we can just... Now, see, the last start from zero, way back on 22 I did. I started with a truck and a chainsaw, but I also didn't start right by the sell point, so the truck made a lot of sense. I think giving me a truck or something at the start of this one would be really cheaty. That's just me. Back. I'm getting old. Oh, hold on. We got to ban somebody on Twitch real quick. Let's see. Ban. Bye-bye. We don't want to get cheap viewers on random websites. That's sketchy. I'm curious what the actual cost of one of these logs, if I'd cut them right, would be. Like, if I cut everything at 6 meters, would we make more than 1,000, or where would we be at on our magical numbers? Alright, so here's 3 more trees. I think we're gonna at least save up to get the log forks too. I think we'd be silly to buy it without the log forks. Got a nice little pile of logs there. I can't see. Alright, this is the last one out of this bunch. And boom. Wow, we did it. 3,000 for 3 logs. So we finally made it to the $1,000 per log. We really need to get to this. My wrist is killing me. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm hunched over a steering wheel here. Alright. Guess Let's come over here and we'll cut down through these logs. We got 7 minutes, guys, for my original goal. Timber! Let's do this log too. Oh, I completely... Why do I do that to myself? I'm always completely aiming the wrong direction. Let's see here. Alright. I missed one branch. That's not too bad. Mm. There you go. Let's see here. Let's cut right here. Lag. I wish we had like logging, like a winch that a person could carry, like a hand tool. That's the other thing I was looking at, was like hand tools, because like if I could find like, I don't know, like a hand cultivator, then we could start building fields once we get rid of these tree stumps. But there's no such thing as that. There is, I couldn't find them. I try to stay on the mod hub. I try not to go to itch or anything super crazy very often. Okay, let's start cutting this tree. Okay. This one should be the complete top of the tree. Alright. Let's see. I don't know if we can pick up a 1.7. Oh yeah, that's a good size log. I bet that's like right at our limits to carry right there. I am getting a lot of tree stumps laying around now. So let's get this down here. Got 2 minutes. Well, about 2 minutes. $17. I need $1,000 more to meet my goal, guys. I think we got it. This was a grind with a capital G. I really need to get some people that'll do a start from zero map with me, so I don't have to grind so much. And I got 4 chainsaws. I don't know, have I cut this one yet? Nope. Let's see here. Can we half it? That's what that is. I figure I could pick that up. That one we can, so we'll have to half the other one. We're about to sell soon. Ah, we missed it by $400, guys. We just hit our 60-minute mark. Dang it. Here, I had a good feeling that we was gonna make it. If all these logs is in there, we would have probably have made it, but you know what? We're pretty close. We've done a lot of work here in 60 minutes, so. And once we get that skid steer, we'll start doing even more work. I think this is one piece. Oh, yeah, we missed it by like 2 minutes. And our first day, or first month, actually almost over too, so. We're at 18:30. I'm not exactly sure when it starts getting dark on this map, but I'm sure it'll be here before long. Like I said, the goal is to get that skid steer. I'd like to get the log forks too. Then we're out to start taking our time, doing math. It's going to be a completely different show. It'll be 6-meter logs with breaking haul. That's what we'll call it. There we go. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Crawler tracks are another 20,000. Yeah, we're not doing them. We'll leave everything basic on here. Ugh. Freaking back hurts, guys. Bye. Alright. Now we need $2,000 so then we can get the logs for the forks for this. So we need 2 more trees. You think we can get 2 more trees and before it gets dark? We got our lights already kicking on, so we know it's getting dark now. Do I not own this? What? Why won't you let me cut you so low? Why am I going to have to cut you all the way up here? What a waste of tree. So if I cut these two trees good, then this should pay for our log forks. Alright, 15 meters. Let's make these last couple pretty big. I say pretty big and then I hit 3 meters. That's the other thing about this map. It seems like the ground is like Play-Doh. Like, it doesn't matter what vehicle you have, they freaking sink. Like, it's acting like everything's a field. That's what it reminds me of, is ground deformation from fields. But I know this isn't a field. This is just regular ground. Oh my gosh. Get in the sell point. Alright, close enough. Try to get this done before it gets too dark. Let's go ahead and cut this tree up. Uh-oh. It's like someone freaking turned off the lights. This map got dark quick. At least we got a little bit of light. I mean, worst comes to worst, we start our skid steer and use its headlights since we don't have any attachments for it yet. Hey, everybody over on TikTok, you guys are getting ready to go through an ad break. So I appreciate you hanging around. Hopefully your ads aren't too bad. The ads, as small as they may seem, do help me as a streamer. Right now I'm currently trying to get a USB, is it called a bridge or a splitter? I'm out of USB ports. Let's leave it at that. Hey, welcome in, Waking. Get to work. I've been working for an hour, sir. And I told you the ads was coming. Let me know when you're back from the ads, Waking. Things are going to get dark, too. We're going to have to hurry up. No one likes watching anyone play in the dark. Let's go and sell these. You think there's $500 left in this? I hope there is. Lost memories. Alright, you guys got about 18 seconds on Twitch. Alright, Waking, you should be back from your ads, sir. How's your Monday? How have you been? It's been a while. I don't think I've streamed at all this year. That's what it feels like. Alright, hardly get on Twitch anymore. Too many ads all the time. I know, Waking. I I've tried to set my ads up differently here recently. Because I know me as a viewer, I hate going to someone's stream and seeing ads before you could watch them. So I disabled that, but unfortunately, when I disable pre-roll ads, I have to increase my ad time. And I got ads every 30 minutes is what mine are set to. And that's like the max setting. I mean, we could do like every 5 minutes for 10 seconds, but I think 30 minutes gives you a little bit of time to take a break. And then you can go get a drink, use the bathroom, whatnot. Been on YouTube playing with streamers. Oh, that's fun. What have you been playing, Waking? Yes, finally, we got enough money. Now I can buy this. DMZ. I've never played DMZ. Alright, that's... F is for lights. Alright, let's see what we got here. I have not... Oh, we got a cord tangled. I mean, look at how deep we're sinking into this ground here. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like this or not. It really makes it hard to... Oops, wrong button. Is it this button to attach? I don't remember my joystick controls. Alright, so we know this joystick control is set up for up and down. They really made this ground soft. Like, does it do this in the... It does it everywhere. Oh my gosh. You guys see that? Wow. You're enjoying your PlayStation 5? Did you have a PlayStation 5 last time we talked? I don't think you did. Alright, now for the boring part. Let's figure out these controls, guys. I don't want to change walking. Vehicles. You got it last month? Well, congratulations. Those are tool functions. I don't know. Those are front loaders. I think front loader might be what it falls under. Yeah, because there's raise tool. Let's see here. Let's do this as that. Close as this. Okay. How do you... Cause that's raise front loader tool. So this would be arm? I need where it like tilts it. That's open close. Well, let's try that and see what happens. See that? It moves the freaking bucket up and down too. That's not what I wanted. Well, let's see if this works. Is this... Oh, that's also gas, so we don't want that. Controls. Let's go back down to front loaders. Let's do this. Let's try that direction. Extend, we'll do this. Contract, we'll do this. Open, maybe this one. Close, we'll do this one. Alright. I'm just randomly assigning buttons, guys. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Alright. Got that. Okay, so that's still doing tools. That's doing the same thing. That's not moving my actual bucket. See, now that's doing it, and I didn't even program that. Okay, so I think we should be able to drive and pick up logs now. I got to learn how to do this, though, again. I mean, this is still better than... Alright, let's go sleep. Let's kill our engine. Sleep the night away. Where's the rest button? Well, you should get some farm sim, Waking. You can play some farm sim with us now. I guarantee you a skid steer's in the discount shop now. You have it already? Oh man, 71,000. We could have an actual piece of equipment. It is foggy as heck on this map. Let's see, let's do this while I'm thinking about it. Well, maybe you should take up streaming then, Waking. I wish you a shout out, bud. Thank you for hanging out. I know there's a lot of other things you could be doing on a Monday, but you chose to spend it with me, so I appreciate it. So now we can actually cut some bigger logs. I like Roadcraft way better. I don't see what the big hype of Farm Sim 25 is. You know what? I just like the game in general. I have not got into Roadcraft yet. I've been wanting to, but I just don't want to spend the money on it. I already got Farm Sim. If you guys don't know this, I'm a cheap ass. That's just so pretty. I like it. Tonight. And I think the community for Farm Sim Waking, I think a lot of the people that play it are just extremely loyal to the brand. I mean, I'm probably addicted to the grind. That's probably my biggest thing. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out like we used to back in the day. Alright, so we're at 20. So, oh, nope, that didn't change very much. So 51, 52. 58. So that should give us a 6-meter log. It did. So now we're going to go to 64. So with this, we're getting closer to 6 meter logs, which is good because that means we're going to get better pricing. The only reason we can do this now is because we have that skid steer. We're able to pick up 6 meter logs. I mean, like this one we can just because it's a tiny one. Can we pick up this 6 meter? Yeah, there's a couple ones that we'll be able to carry by hand. But the ones that's going to make us the money, they're going to be skid steered moved. Can we move this one? Nope. See, we're going to have about 3 logs in there that we can't do anything with except with the skid steer. Let's get down here. Alright, we're going to start at 48, so we're going to go to 54. Not many mods either. For roadcraft, yeah. I don't think the modding community is there yet, or I don't know if they're even going to allow mods. I don't know a lot about it, but I imagine SnowRunner was heavily modded. Oh, for FS25? Depends on where you're looking. There's a lot of mods out there, but some of them, I don't know. I would not trust them. I'm really leery about getting mods off of not the official mod hub. That's just me. A lot of people's fine with risking that. But not me. I don't want to get a big virus or something. I don't think we're going to be able to carry another one. Nope. Alright, let's give this a try. Let's see what we can do here. I will say this ground deformation on this map is something else. Like, if I stop for like 2 seconds, we're like sinking in. Like, do I need to get crawler tracks for this, or what do you guys think? Oops. I have to learn how to do this again. So I know this is up, this is tilt forward. Honestly, I think I'm getting all the same controls on the same joystick. Might be able to do this in first person. We'll have to wait and see, though. It's so hard to drive with this ground. Like, it's automatically, it's probably pulling to the right because of my steering wheel. I'm like, why is this so hard to drive? It shouldn't be this hard. Alright, so I think we go this way. And we can go this way to raise it up. And this way to go down. Perfect. One nice little bite. You think eventually I'm just going to have all this ground crushed in, or what's going to happen? Whoop. got some more logs over here to get. Alright, I think this way. We're not going to recenter that in the bucket. We do that, we're going to end up losing it. I still can't get over how much ground deformation there is. I don't know what this looks like in first person. I can't see, that's what I don't like. That lasted a whole 2 seconds. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen this before on a map. Because I still got tire tracks from before. Alright, let's see here. I think this aims down. This goes down. I need to aim up. Release the log. Alright, so there's 2 trees at 6-meter logs. So what do you guys think we made? So we make about $2,700 on the 6-meter logs. I mean, we are spending a lot more time on moving, but I mean, I think it'll definitely be worth it. Let's do this. Store. Here. John Deere combination. Okay, so that's a regular pin hitch. This is the trailer we're going to end up buying. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and buy it. What color should we make it? That's what is yeah, we'll do that. I don't know if does the skid steer have a back. I mean, we're gonna want to get an actual, because that's a pin hitch. Why has it got to be a pin hitch? I don't think skid steers have pins on them. Let me look here on Mod Hub at the skid steer attachments. Loaders, skid loader tools. Does anyone know? So there's a 3-point adapter. There's a bale spike. There's a twine remover. I thought there was a, yeah, there's a bumper hitch skid steer that's been converted. The adapter will hook up to all bumpers, pull, and gooseneck trailers. So we'll work on a 3-point or a, yep, it does. Alright, so we're going to need to download that real quick. How much is that? $5.50. I mean, that'll actually help us in the long run here eventually. But we got our trailer. So we're slowly becoming more productive. I mean, we're leaving freaking ruts everywhere. That's the bad thing. Alright, let's see here. We're going to park in between here. We're going to cut down these 2 trees, I think. Let's look at this real quick. But yeah, eventually I'm going to be posting, guys. This is going to be a group server is what I'm hoping for. Let's go to... Oh, we're on a different coordinate. I gotta remember what's X and Y. So we're starting at 26, so we're going to go to 20. 20 and cut. And we're going to go to 14 and cut. I don't know. This isn't very accurate. We must be sitting on a weird plane. But there we go. Eventually I'm going to post server information. I want other people on here playing with me. Back in the day I used to play with a good buddy that I made on here, but he's switched to a different job and we've just not been able to connect anymore. Didn't we cut down 2 trees? I swore I cut down 2 trees. Maybe I didn't. Alright, I'll go ahead and cut this tree down then. We missed a spot. Alright, let's cut this guy up. So we're going to start at 30, so then we'll go to 24. I don't play if others have had experience where it's no fun. Yeah, it can get like that sometimes, but you know, when you're doing logging and stuff like that, it's no fun hopping back and forth the whole time. It's nice to be able to have someone do one job and then someone else can focus on some of the other aspects of the job. Like someone could be prepping logs while the other person's transporting logs. Ooh, that's the other thing. I could switch to a winching system. I don't think I can carry that one. Alright, so we got 2 things that we're going to be carrying. Let me stretch my back. Oh. In order to reach the keyboard, I'm like freaking hunched over, like I could be the Hunchback of Notre Dame with this setup. It's definitely not set up for start from 0. Alright, so pulling back's that one. Alright, we'll figure out these controls. The bad thing is, Waking, there's a lot of people out there that are just griefers in general, so... I can't freaking see the fog on this map. Here, I'm used to maps having no giant features for logging, and this guy, he's got everything maxed out. Something like this. Play alone where someone isn't bossy and trying not to tell me how to play. Yeah, there's a lot of what would you call it, like role play servers out there. I see them posting all the time in like the farm sim Facebook groups I'm in, and they have everything listed as job. Like, oh, you could be the site foreman, or we're looking for dump truck drivers. I'm like, man, if I wanted someone to yell at me, I'd just go to work. I'm here to have fun. Let's not make it too serious. Let's take turns doing everything. You don't need one person to stand there and yell at somebody all day. I agree with you. Let's see. I think it's Alt Z to bring that up. Alt F9 is what I need. Alt F9. Now, I wanted to do a screen capture of this. I haven't been doing a very good job of posting TikToks when I should be, so. And I think with the graphics and stuff the way they look right now, I think this would make a really good TikTok clip. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River, life is old there. And then here soon, I'm gonna have to get off here and go check up on the kittens that the cat distribution system decided we needed. Oops. Alright, let's see if that's good. Yep, that wasn't a good grab, but now it is. It's still bouncing around. Roads take me home. Alright, let's sell that. Should be another $3,000, I would assume. Yep. Alt F9, stop that screen recording. Alright, guys, I think this is where we're going to call it for the day. Let's hop over here. Let's go ahead and end our TikTok live. Thanks, TikTok, for hanging out. TikTok still does not like my content for some reason, but thank you guys for being here. Let's close that off. Alright, Twitch, let's move to our ending screen. Thanks for hanging out, Waking. I really appreciate you being here. Like I said, I have not streamed in a long time. Let's see here, who we got that we can raid to? Got 3 people. Oh, look who's over here. A birthday stream for Web? Heck yeah. I didn't even see a notification for Web going live. We're going to raid out to Web, guys. Hopefully You guys come back again, and it's been a great time. Thanks for watching. Till next time.